So our objective is to discuss sentences and sentence structure. All right. Today we're going to learn about sentences. A sentence is a group of words that tells a complete idea. A sentence usually tells us who is doing something and what they're doing. We're going to start with simple sentences and work our way up to sentences with independent and dependent clauses. All right. I'm going to share screen so you can see the chart. So this is our anchor chart. This is not a sentence, the dog, right? It does not tell us anything about the dog other than there's a dog somewhere, all right? Like pizza, not a complete sentence, not a complete thought. What about the pizza? I love pizza. And she happy, not a complete sentence, doesn't even sound like it's English. So how will we fix that? The dog, instead of the dog, we would say the dog runs, period. Like pizza. Instead of saying like pizza, we would say I like pizza, period. She happy. Instead of she happy, we would say she is happy. Okay, period. And those are simple sentences. So a sentence has several different parts, very important parts, right? It talks about the subject, who or what the sentence is about. It talks about the action, what the person or the thing is doing. A sentence must contain a capital letter and a punctuation, right? So we have subject, we have a predicate or action, we have capital letter, and we're ending with the correct punctuation. So here we're going to try some guided practice. Use a sentence building pocket chart like the one below to make a sentence or a sentence strip in which we would build the word together. So here we would say people or animals. We would choose a word, then we would choose an action, and then we would choose an object. For example, the dog runs. Put it together, the dog runs. That's the sentence, that's it. All right? Make sure your sentence has a who and then it has a what. Okay? All right. So now I'm going to have you try a couple of sentences. And you'll be great. You'll be fine at it. Here we are. Okay. So this guided practice here is going to help us put together some sentences, kind of like what we've been doing on Sunday. Same thing. Let me share screen. Okay. Here are our sentence strips. Can you read this sentence for me?
Yeah. The cat sat on the mat.
Yes, when you put it together, the cat sat on the mat. That's a complete thought, complete sentence. Okay? The dog barked loudly. How about this one here? You see that one?
The hamster ran in his wheel.
Yes. Awesome. Complete thought. So in this, the subject would be cat. Because that's the person, the object, the thing we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Where's the predicate or the action in a sentence?
Sat.
Sat. Nice, nice. And what punctuation would you put at the end of that sentence?
A period.
Yeah, period. Yeah. Could be an exclamation. Yeah. Okay, let's try this one. The dog barked loudly. Where's the subject in that?
The dog.
Dog. Nice. And what would be the predicate or action of that dog?
Barking.
Bark. Yeah, he barked. Right. And then our punctuation.
Exclamation mark.
Exclamation. That's nice. Awesome. And then this one. The hamster runs in his wheel. What would be the subject of that sentence? Hamster. Nice. And what's the action the hamster is doing in that sentence?
Running.
Runs. Awesome. And what would you end that sentence with?
Go home.
What punctuation?
Action.
Could be could be a period, could be exclamation.
Period.
All right. Now let's help build a few more. Read each one out loud and check. So here's what we're going to do, a little bit different. You're going to make this sentence for me. We're going to take a word from the people or animals, actions, one from objects, and a punctuation, and we're going to make a sentence. So can you make a sentence for me? You got many here to choose from. For example, I eat pizza! Exclamation. All right, and now you try for number 2 and number 3. Anyone up here?
The dog.
Okay. Dog
Runs.
runs
Outside.
outside.
Period.
All right. What would the punctuation be?
Period.
Nice. Awesome. You got it. How about one more?
She runs fast.
Very nice. Okay. And your punctuation?
Period.
Nice. So what would our subject be here?
It would be
Who are we talking about? Number 1. I. In that sentence, what's the action or the predicate?
Eating.
Eat. Yeah, you got it. All right. How about number 2? What's the subject? What are we talking? Who are we talking about? What are we talking about?
The dog.
Dog. What did the dog do?
Run.
Run. Awesome. And what's the last one? Number 3.
Stew.
She's a subject. And our
and
predicate
run.
runs. Nice. You're awesome. You did it. So on your own, we're going to have you read the sentence, okay? And then you're going to let me know what's the subject, what's the predicate, and what's the punctuation for the sentence. Just like you just did all by yourself, okay?
Alright.
You did such a great job with that. Thank you so much, Javon.